Hello, Rougher family. This is Dr. Walker with another Tech Bit. In today's lesson, we will learn how to create basic categories and organization within Schoology. The way in which we design and model our classes is very important to try and help students and parents to be able to find the correct resources within our classes. Fantastic thing about Schoology is it is very flexible. On the screen, we're able to see an example of how we can use folders to be able to organize our class. This is one of the most common ways that I see Schoology organized in the district is to simply have a this week's work and old work. Obviously, you can name this anything you want to, and any combination works well, but I'm seeing this method used quite a bit throughout the district. As a math teacher, I would definitely be thinking about trying to do it as units, Unit 1, Unit 2, Unit 3, and inside each of those units, I would have had Chapter 1 with all my work and resources within it. It's just the way I work. It's the way that makes sense to me. But again, I'm an old math teacher, and that's the way I think. But we want to make sure that everything is organized in a way that is easy for the students. And just simply creating a this week's work and an old work allows us to be able to do this. Now, when we are trying to think about how to organize, we have to know where to create these folders at. And that is found under Add Materials. And you'll see as I click on this, I do have a number of different resources that pop up. Add a folder, again, is the basics of designing your class and how to organize it. You'll be able to see that there's an assignment, assessment, file link or external tools. This is not used very often. Discussions, which can be graded. The lovely thing about this discussion is you can choose how many times a student needs to participate in the discussion to be able to have grades, and even whether they have to post an original discussion before responding to someone else's. Add a page is just a basic page that you're able to just put any information that you want on it. Add media album is exactly what it looks like. You're able to add lots of videos and pictures. On the right-hand side is all our curriculum partners, and you do have a direct one-to-one integration with this. So when you click on your curriculum, it takes you to your teacher page where you can be able to assign all the work directly from your curriculum onto Schoology. Fantastic thing about that is it is embedded in Schoology, so it does not take them to another website. So if you are using the new Aristotle Insights, you can limit the amount of tabs students have open. So theoretically, you could limit the tab to 1, and then the only thing students can open is Schoology. They can't open up a second tab to go and do other things. So it is a great way to really be able to monitor and keep your students on task. But again, we are trying to think about categorizing and organizing our class. So we would hit Add Folder. And again, that could be as simple as Unit 1. And I can choose a color. And then I hit Create. And that new folder goes to the bottom. In Schoology, I can left click and hold and drag this into any spot that I want. And then on the left-hand side, we're able to see the arrows, and this Unit 1 that I just created has nothing inside of it. But when I click on this week's work, I'm able to see a Week 2 folder already present because this I've created in the past. If I am no longer in Week 2 and want to move that to my old work folder, I can left click it and just drag it in to my old work and put it to where it belongs. And now we're able to see in my old work a Week 1 and a Week 2 folder. As I click into these folders, brings me to a blank page where I can start adding more materials as is needed from my class. Again, you want to think about how to organize this the best for your class, but just starting, my recommendation is to start off with a simple this week's work and old work. The elementaries, a lot of them use week 1 and week 2. Secondary, a lot of teachers use the unit and chapter model to be able to create those folders, because next year when you're teaching the same class, you can copy these units and chapters to your new class, so it will be sitting there and ready for you. You will just have to change due dates and any other important information that will be necessary for the new year. As always, I'm available to come out and help as needed. Feel free to reach out to me. If it's absolutely necessary, I can always do a Google Meet and walk you through this in a more timely fashion. Have a great day.